Great to have you on Richard Mwenja Exclusive. You're just in time for the most comprehensive analysis when it comes to matters politics, governance, and public policy at large in Kenya and across the region. I'm Richard Mwenja. Welcome on board. Prof is here with me today in this red tie, signifying power.
Yes.
And also sending a message of terror.
Not terror, power.
Power.
Yes.
And it ends at that.
Yes.
Prof, talking about power, the United Opposition this weekend made their Western tour. And therein, they were still spearheading the message that Ruto must be a one-term president if indeed we want Kenya to be delivered. But even while at it, we want to understand, among the United Opposition principles, I'm talking about Rigathi, Gachagua, Kalonzo, Musyoka, Eugene Wamalwa, Martha Karua, and a few others therein. Do you believe there's one person who can deliver that Abraham Lincoln moment for Kenya, and who is that person within the United Opposition?
It's not very easy to say so-and-so. The man most mentioned now is Matiang'i. But he has to translate that into something. His recent media appearance wasn't quite convincing that it'll be easy for him. A little difficult for him. But of course he will change. This is his first time. The other person is Kalonzo Musyoka. Because it's like people feel, well, if you look at all these people, Kalonzo Musyoka has been there longer than all of them. He has made sacrifices. Like he says, about 15 years supporting Raila Odinga. Sometimes even under very humiliating circumstances, like 2022. And therefore, people feel it is Kalonzo's time. In fact, people feel Raila has really betrayed Kalonzo, because it was his time to support Kalonzo. So those are two. But there is, in racing, there is sometimes an outsider. An outsider horse that wins. Where if you, if it wins and you place your bet on that one, you go home with a sack of money. Because it can even be one, for every 1 shilling you put, you get 50 or 100, because nobody expects it to win.
The odds are to your favor.
Yeah, the favorite one will be odds, or evens rather, evens. For 1 shilling you get another shilling. Others, even for 1 shilling you get 50 cents. Hot favorite. The dangerous card in this race is Gachagua.
Gachagua is the lethal card?
Yes, it's now the most dangerous card. Yeah.
Prof, history has borne us witness that oftentimes, even in the formation of these pre-election coalitions, towards the electioneering period, there are always breakaways.
Yes.
When you look at the United Opposition, many have fears that maybe Kalonzo will make the 11th hour U-turn and probably join President Ruto, now that we've had revelations of them trying to court Kalonzo. Do you think this time around Kalonzo can succumb to this kind of pressure and courting?
It's not a question of Kalonzo succumbing. Sometimes it's not even you, it's your people. The danger with the faces of opposition, if you don't give Kalonzo, how do you convince the Kamba people to vote for your candidates? It's very difficult. So Kalonzo may be a gentleman and say, well, I made my sacrifices for this country, one more last time, and I go home, no problem, so long as we deliver this country. But will that find favor with his Kamba people? The answer is certainly no. So it calls for a lot of figuring out. The opposition will really have to figure out how to remain united after giving the flag to one individual. It will be very challenging. You see, the beauty with Raila Odinga, when he was seeking the support of his colleagues, his co-principals and other colleagues in there, the beauty for Raila was that he was always already first among equals. Nobody thought they could really fight Raila or fight for something with Raila. You know, even when you said you wanted, you couldn't even convince yourself. Even your people at home, if you are a man, even your wife knows, if you are in the same team with Raila, Raila will take the flag. So there was no problem. But now that's not the situation. If you give Matiang'i, it's not that obvious that he should be him. Neither is Kalonzo, the obvious candidate. Not Gachagua, not any of them. So I foresee a situation where the choice of flag bearer will dent the opposition so badly, it may be the thing to break them. However, there's the hope that if it is the people of Kenya who provide a candidate, that could save the situation.
That could save the situation.
Yes.
Prof, towards the kick-starting of their Western tour that happened this weekend, we saw the Mulembe Unity clarion call being made more particularly by Senator Cleophas Malala, the former Senator of Kakamega, and Governor of Trans Nzoia, George Natembeya. And I want to understand, much as there is Eugene Wamalwa in the picture, how lethal is this tag team of Governor Natembeya and Senator Cleophas Malala when it comes to giving Wetangula and Mudavadi a run for their money politically?
Let me tell you this. Within Western Province, former Western Province, the Mulembe Nation, the Luhya Nation, the people to watch are just three. Natembeya, Malala, and Sifuna. There's nobody else.
Not even Eugene Wamalwa?
Nobody else. Nobody else. Forget about this. Nobody else. If those three are with you, say now Sifuna is in Nairobi, so let's leave Sifuna out. If Malala and Natembeya are with you,
no brainer.
That's why I've been saying that the Gachagua ticket is a dangerous card. Because all it will take is for Gachagua to run with Natembeya.
Just that.
In a government in which Cleophas Malala is either governor or, better still, a powerful CS like Interior. You can't beat that. You can't beat it.
You can't?
No, Ruto will not beat it. He can't. That is a powerful tag team.
That's a powerful tag team.
Yeah.
So, Prof, much as we're talking about the Mulembe Nation bloc, and now Gachagua says, I've locked President Ruto out of Mount Kenya region, you'd imagine that he now wants to really quote Mulembe Nation and put it by his side.
Yes.
What are the chances that he's going to succeed in that and just deliver as much as he's delivered in Mount Kenya?
Once he gets Kina Natembeya and Kina Malala, it's game short. It's as simple as that.
Mudavadi, Wetangula cannot make inroads for Ruto?
Those are not in the equation. Mudavadi and Wetangula are not in the Western equation. No, they are good people. Me, they are my brothers, younger brothers. But that's all it. Good people, but doesn't go beyond that. Yeah.
In the Western tour, we saw Governor Natembeya, Cleophas Malala, and even the principals of this opposition coalition raise pertinent issues that affect the people of Western Kenya. Leasing of public sugar mills from that particular region.
Yes.
Also talking about how Raila has betrayed the region. Anytime he goes into a handshake, he disregards his brothers from Western Kenya.
Yes.
How much of a minus do you think these accusations are going to be for President Ruto when it comes to the support he's always enjoyed from Mulembe Nation?
When you touch on sugar, the people of Bungoma and the people of parts of Kakamega, you touch them somewhere. Yes. It is everything to them. Nzoia sugar in Bungoma, Mumia sugar in Kakamega. You touch people. Yeah.
A highly emotive subject?
Yes, but it's highly emotive. Sugar.
In the event that Raila Odinga now tries to woo that particular voting bloc behind President William Ruto, do you think if he gonna use lieutenants like now Boni Khalwale and Mudavadi, he's gonna make some impact if Raila Odinga comes to the picture fully?
I don't think Boni Khalwale is still in bed with those people. No. Alitoroka hata shuka kachoma.
He did that?
Boni Khalwale is not with those people because he wants to be governor. And I think he will make it.
Beat Fernande Barasa?
Khalwale will beat Baraza in the morning, early morning, very early in the morning. Suguti.
Without the UDA ticket?
Which UDA? He doesn't need it. Khalwale cannot run on UDA ticket.
It's done and dusted.
For him, he wants to be governor and he will be governor. That you can take to the bank. And his chances are not there when he works through UDA. He will work with Kina Malala now. This is how politics works. I think the best arrangement for these people, if they really want to beat Ruto and they get power, is for Boni and Malala to work together. To agree that Malala can take Senate, is a younger man, and Boni takes governor. and they are with kina Gachagua and kina Natembea. You can't beat that experience.
The dandy.
Alternatively, Malala can concentrate. I've never talked to them, but I'm just giving them little I can give without them paying me. If Malala remains at the secretariat, running the secretariat, he's a very, very serious organizer. He's young, articulate, and has energy to do many things. So he will be one of the key cogs within their campaign secretariat, so that automatically he becomes a senior cabinet secretary, powerful, like Interior. That you can't beat that. Sobon is the next governor of Kakamega. I should meet him and ask him to begin buying me tea.
It is his for the taking.
No, he's getting it. Baraza is...
Prof, as a seasoned political analyst, we've seen the United Opposition Coalition try to make inroads to coastal Kenya. They have done as much in Western Kenya a few days ago. And they've made tours to Mount Kenya region. But there's one region that they seem to be dragging their feet on. That is the Northeastern region, Northern Frontier Districts. Is it because probably they have woken up the realization that the president has support of key leaders from that region, Duale and a few others?
You see, the Somali community and other related communities in the Northeastern province behave differently. It is a region where elders, the leaders and the elders determine, including who becomes an MP. They can tell you have done it, no, don't stand. Don't even defend your position as a governor. They have been defied once by people like Robert. He has gone ahead to succeed. It's heavily politics of clan and community interest. For that reason, they have always worked with the government of the day. The government of the day always gets votes from Northeastern, except sometimes a powerful person like Raila, by promising the Muslim community and things they have never been given before. So for this time, basically, going by that, Ruto has the entire Northeastern province. The only difference could come if the youth defy the elders in this general Gen Z movement. If the Gen Z in Northeastern province join the rest of the Gen Z and defy that matrix, that arrangement, where it's leaders and clan elders who decide the politics in Northeastern. If the Gen Zs take over and take charge, then Ruto will not get votes there. It will go to the opposition. Yeah.
Prof, it has been reported that there have been attempts from Ruto's side to court Kalonzo Musyoka, Wiper leader. And if indeed those allegations are true, is it because maybe the president has realized that maybe Raila Odinga, because of the Gen Z movement, no longer adds value to his side, or really doesn't have the impact he used to enjoy before?
No, Raila will still be useful to Ruto, whichever way. So long as he doesn't bolt, it's still useful to him. And you don't have to discard one to get the other. He made that mistake once, he can't make it again. He thought he could discard Gachagua and get Raila. It didn't work, and we told him. So I doubt that he could ignore Raila and place more hopes on Kalonzo. Kalonzo will be automatic. In fact, if I were Ruto, I will not bother about Kalonzo. I'll just keep quiet. Kama fisi anangoja mkono ianguke, na itaanguka this time.
Itaanguka?
Because, look at it this way.
Sure.
Why Ruto needs advisors like Manyora. And I'm sure Ruto himself knows, because he's a sharp politician. It does not matter what you do. It does not matter how much seduction you deliver to Kalonzo. It does not matter what you give Kalonzo. If the opposition chooses him, can he refuse and come where you are? Supposing they settle on Kalonzo. Can Kalonzo listen to Ruto?
He can't.
Is there anything he can give Kalonzo for Kalonzo to abandon that God-sent chance, which he has been pursuing since 1985? Can he? I saw Kalonzo a long time ago. People used to say he's a meek, but I saw some ambition in his eyes. Right in the 1990s.
He was a man with ambition?
Yes. These are people Moi had told, behave like good boys. Yeah, Mudavadi, I'll give you this thing when I leave. I could see that ambition in his eyes. So this time it is brought. Do you think he can leave it? Secondly, If they don't give him, does Ruto need to do anything to get the Kamba votes? Does he need to spend any money or any energy? He will get protest votes from there. People just vote for him. Just like the Kisses. If these people don't give Matiang'i, the Kisses will just give Ruto. That is the thinking I'm inviting the opposition to engage. That is the conversation they must be having before they determine who among them becomes the presidential candidate. It's not easy. You pair Matiang'i and Kalonzo, you lose the Western vote. Just as simple like that. So the beneficiary of the split will be Ruto. And these ones are not waiting for any split from Ruto. You see how difficult the equation is? Sure. Ruto has a small minority of about 30-35% votes. Ruto cannot get beyond 35%. What he has now is 35 votes. Maximum 35%. But, so, and you can't, huwezi kutegea ati utatoa kitu kwa Ruto. Hiyo 35% is intact like this. Lakini msipopea Matiang'i, Ruto anatoa hiyo anaweka kwa kikapu yake. Kama Gachagua ndio wanaenda na anatembea, anachukua ya Wakamba. Is it still 35%?
It goes up. Well, there you have it. We've been discussing a raft of issues in the world of politics and governance. Prime of it, the charm offensive that the United Opposition took to Western Kenya this weekend. Prof has analyzed that for you. It remains to be seen whether it will happen as he's seen it from his eyes. Until we get to this again on Richard Mwenje exclusive, do enjoy the rest of your viewing.